Neutered. Hi, girl. This is hi, girl. Hi, guys. This is the birthday girl right here. We are doing something different. So first of all, I have the e-collar on her. Paco, get back. You're not coming out here. I have the e-collar on her. First and foremost, you guys can see it there. And the different thing is that I have not ran her yet. Basically, what I want to do is I want to. It's her birthday today. She likes chasing the laser light, so I want to have her still have energy after this play session so she can do that because she absolutely loves to do that. And so I want her to have the energy to do that because Jack, she not that she gets tired quickly, but she just pants really heavily when she's just engaged in play. And you guys have seen that before. And I just worry that she's too active, I guess, like she's gonna pass out or something. So when she gets to that point, I usually don't do anything afterwards. However, I do want to do something like that tonight because it's her birthday. Paco, no. You cute, yes. He's trying to sneak out. I mean, I might let him out here, but the fact of the matter is that it's about to get rough out here. Anyway, so no exercise, and we have the e-collar. So I'm going to be trying to use the e-collar more, and I struggle with this because the way that I know she plays rudely, she plays really, really rough, but I've been the way that I see bad behavior in dog parks is just a dog trying to be dominant, a dog that's chasing, or a dog that's doing zoomies, something stuff like that. I notice. I don't know. I feel like for whatever reason when it comes to her, I just miss bad behavior, and so I want to try to use the e-collar more on her. So right now it's on vibrate, as you guys can see. This is the highest vibrate it can possibly go. Hopefully I don't need to use the e-collar or the electric part of the e-collar, but we'll see. But anyway, let's get it started. So I am going to be correcting her right at the gate because she has way too crazy of energy. So let's do this. Okay. Jack. Okay. Nice approach. Good girl. Nice approach. Less energy. She's got a stick. That's also really nice of her. I think she might have dropped it though already. Now, Kratos isn't necessarily being the nicest either, but honestly, he's learned it from Jack. He plays with this with Jack, so you guys know he plays fairly well with Samara's. Kratos, that dog. Naturally, he's the problem when I got the e-collar on her, and she's being really nice. She's has a toy. She plays best with the toy, which is weird to say, but she totally does. Kratos trying to steal her stuff and hide it. I'm just trying to get over here so I can see better. Okay, guys, so I'm sorry this probably won't be the best as far as corrections go on my end. But I'm gonna try to do better with her in the corrections. So. And it does seem like Kratos is going to be the butt head in this situation instead. So I've had to answer a couple questions on or a couple responses, I guess. And one of the things that somebody asks is, why do I tether Kratos? And the thing is that Kratos absolutely loves to run. You'll even see it with Samara. He'll just take off and do kind of like zoomies, but just not really zoomies, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because he's not really quick. He's big, long legs, so his zoomies just aren't really like small dog zoomies. Anyway, but he likes to run. He likes to be chased. That's what he wants to do. So, and I guess I'll have to actually show you guys this too. I was watching Jack. It looks like she got part of it stuck somewhere in her jaw. Anyway, there's been other videos that when I actually had tether before I tether Kratos, where you guys can see that she definitely Kratos definitely. He definitely runs if Jack is being too much play, but there's also times when Jack's minding her business, doing whatever it is that she wants to do, and Kratos will just take off running, not being chased or anything, just taking off running. And which naturally, because Jack is a very, I guess, game dog, she has a very high prey drive. Jack, gentle. So just the whole her with the paws and everything. Let's make sure they're not drinking that water. We're getting closer and closer to it. Anyway, so yeah, so she'll chase, right? If he takes off running, she'll chase. And so I want him to get to the point where he'll stay in his ground more, and he seems to do it. When he's tethered, you'll see he doesn't actually take off running when he approaches, and he doesn't even necessarily do that right out the gate. When I did have them both off leash, What I would do is I would either have Jack outside already or Kratos outside already, and I had them both sitting on each side of the door. And I'd say okay, and then whichever dog was inside will come outside and the play would begin, right? And you guys can go back and see videos of that as well. However, even when I had it to where Kratos was the one outside, free to run anywhere, and Jack was the one that was on the inside, and she was coming out to play, even then, Kratos would still be sitting right there at the door. Like, it's not him trying to run away from her because he doesn't want to play with her. It's literally him just wanting to run and be chased and everything like that. So, Jack. So, correct her for that. Kratos is stuck. He needs to untangle himself. I'm not going to bother because he's just going to get tangled again, to be honest. Kratos, gentle. Because I struggle because I want Kratos to like correct her, but I don't know, guys. It's a very fine line of wanting the dogs to want to correct and stand up for themselves, because the fact of the matter is that Jack, she's not going to really know that, okay, I shouldn't be doing this with the other dogs unless the dogs correct them. Right? And Jack, unfortunately, Kratos is the only dog who can correct her, because I don't go to dog parks, as you guys know, because she's a crazy girl, and so it would just end up in a dog fight. So Kratos is really the only dog who will correct her, who is able to at this moment. Paco doesn't play with dogs, and Samara's too small. Samara will get to the point where she's going to correct, which I'm excited for that, but Samara needs to put a lot more weight on and grow a lot more. I'm just waiting for the day that Kratos will do it, because he will. There will be a day when he'll be able to do it, and I'm not be able to. He's able to now, just with the size and weight difference. But when he has the mentality to do it. You guys have seen the recent videos of him chasing things or just playing. The dude's just a big old puppy, right? He's just a big old puppy. And he has to have an adult personality first. He has to kind of have that mentality that, okay, I'm the big dog on campus. I'm not a puppy. I'm not going to be treated as a puppy, kind of thing, at least by other dogs. So he has to kind of get that mentality first. And what I've heard from other breeders is that Dog Mastiffs don't necessarily mature mentally in that way until around 18 months. And he's 9 months, so he's halfway there, but he's not necessarily really close. But yeah, so I'm not worried about him getting to that point. You know, it's just him getting to that point. And the thing is, it's like I mentioned before, Jack, when I finish getting a whole bunch of dogs, being that weird dog, I finished establishing myself as the weird dog lady on my block. The fact of the matter is, Jack's going to be the lowest pack member. Not the lowest. She'll be just right above Paco here, because all the other dogs I'll have will be breeding dogs, and so they'll be intact. And she's also going to be the smallest, except for Paco, naturally. So her rank is not going to be high for long. So this behavior will not continue in my house for Paco. Can you not be a Chihuahua, man? It'll not continue in the house for a long time, just because the other dogs just won't allow it. Like I can tell you, just based off Samara's interaction with Jack, and just with all my dogs, that Samara, she's a queen in the making, right? She's a bit of a princess right now, and so she's gonna be the boss around here. She's not gonna let that fly. Like, she already wants to correct Jack, or she wants to dominate Jack, I guess. But she doesn't have the size to do it. So I do know that Samara will be one of the dogs that will be able to do that. So sorry y'all, I want to correct her when she puts her paws, but then Kratos just literally does the same thing. And it's my fault, because I've allowed them to play like this for so long, so Kratos is playing like this now. So, but it's just something that I have to keep in mind. Luckily, I'm really, lucky with Kratos that he doesn't seem to play like that with Samara. Like, he seems to understand, okay, this is a little baby. There's good stuff. But I've let this go on for so long that both of them do it now, which is something I'll definitely learn for the future. Like I said, I think Kratos is going to be a really good dog to, he's just a good dog to, like I said, he seems to understand, like, okay, this is a puppy as well. This is a puppy, play gentler with puppy dogs. So it's good that he has that kind of difference, and Jack really doesn't. I mean, to an extent she does, because if you've seen the last time I've had her interact with Samara, she is gentler, but she still has that chaotic energy, especially when we're outside. But the thing is, like I said, like, the good news is that, like, Jack is not going to be the queen bee. I know this is not necessarily good news, but she's not gonna be the queen bee around here. There's gonna be other females that are gonna be above her in rank, and so therefore she won't have an opportunity to really do that with other dogs around. But they're just not gonna allow it, and so she will learn. She will learn to play nicely and be chill and calm. But it's just my fault for not really correcting it when she was smaller. So, and yeah. But yeah, still mostly just waiting for the day that Kratos decides that he's gonna stop taking Jack's crap. So. And Jack, the Kratos being a rude puppy and trying to sniff her little behind. And I will say that Jack, even though it looks like Kratos is playing just as rough, that's not the truth. Like my camera quality is not that good, but all along Kratos' face, there's little scabs from playing with Jack. Poor boy. There's little scabs from playing with Jack, and so and Jack has no scabs, so it's not that, you know, literally Kratos is just a tougher dog. You would never know he's hurt because he's just that tough. Jack, on the other hand, if he gets hurt, she's never had any scabs on her except for when she got spayed naturally. Sorry, I got leaves and bird and stuff. So she's never so that panting. That's actually not really bad panting, but she pants like that really quickly compared to my other dogs, which it makes sense because like she's not necessarily built for the heat, like, you know, or working like my dogos are. So it makes sense, but you know, I just get worried about it. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at doing that. I have no clue what I was saying, you guys. My apologies for getting off topic and then forgetting what I was talking about originally. I gotta get better at that. Yeah, long story short, Jack is not going to be a top dog, so she will not be allowed to do this behavior. She will be corrected by the dogs eventually, even if it's just not now. And so I'm worried about it, but not too worried about it, right? Because I know, I may actually get videos of this too, but usually I always miss the opportunity. But as for example, inside the house, Kratos has kind of like these very minute dominance things where, you know, like Jack will be sitting next to me and then Kratos, you know, pushes it out the way. That's a very dominant thing. Paco's barking at the smoke. Oh, I love my little Chihuahua. Anyway, so like, yeah, he'll move Jack out the way for a lot of things. So I have a heating pad, you guys, like I might have said, actually I don't know. I have a heating pad. And so for the dog specifically, it goes on the floor so they can lay on it because it's a bit cooler in my house. So if I have both the dogs out at the same time, Kratos checking out the leaf that fell. If I had both of them out at the same time, and Kratos wants that spot, he won't necessarily dominate, but just with his body weight, he will move her out the way or just sit on top of her until she moves. And Jack just allows it. She moves out the way, she lays somewhere else. So like, he's getting there. He's getting there. He's got a lot more learning to do and a lot more growing to do. So, but yeah, he's getting there. So that Jack's not gonna be the alpha. She's not gonna be allowed to continue this behavior just within the pack itself. So yeah. So anyway, I do imagine that tomorrow will be big enough to play with Jack outside, possibly when she's around 5 to 6 months. Because 4 to 6 months is when Kratos overtook Jack in far of size, and so I'm guessing tomorrow will be, tomorrow's gonna be smaller than Kratos by a bit. So I think that she'll overtake Jack, and it won't be like a significant overtake, like Kratos is much bigger than Jack is right now. It won't be that big of a difference, but she'll be at least the same size when, Samara will be the same size as Jack when Samara's around 5 to 6 months of age. So yeah. Yeah, so this play session was still a mess, but yeah, it baffles me. But yeah, it's 15 minutes in and she's tired. So that's what worries me about her, right? Like, she just gets tired. So, and she's willing to play for another 18 hours if I let her. But she has a very good pant going on. Like, she's been exercised. So maybe tomorrow No, I won't be able to do it tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday I'll do something with her because I've been lazy lately. And so I'm trying to, but I wanted to do something to go out with for her birthday because she likes going out and stuff like that. She's just a kind of a crazy lady. So maybe I'll do that on Tuesday evenings. I have nothing going on Tuesday evening. Tomorrow she has class, which will be exciting for her still. And so maybe Tuesday we'll go out to the park and something and walk. And I'm just going to be giving her a whole bunch of leash corrections because she's going to say hi to everyone and everything, which is not acceptable. But anyhow, but maybe that's what I'll do. But yeah, I think it was a good, I mean, it's a fairly decent video. But yeah, like I said, Kratos is slowly, you know, trying to dominate in a very, very natural, not necessarily natural, because I think wolves in the wilds do a lot more fighting, but he's doing it in a very nice way, you know, just like, hey, I want to lay here and move out the way, or this and the fourth. And so, or like I mentioned recently, he had puked inside his, or I tried to get a video of this, but I just wasn't able to. But I didn't do what I need to do in time to actually get the proper video. Sorry, just make sure I'm looking out. Basically there was a day recently when Kratos puked in his kennel, puked up all of his dog food, and probably directly because he was out here eating stuff. So he ate dinner. I took him out to use the bathroom afterwards, and he's out here nibbling on stuff naturally. So whatever he ate probably made him puke, and so he puked up all of his dog kibble. And yeah, Kratos just got to learn how to get his legs together. I've actually tried to get him into some agility classes. I don't know what's going to come of that because it's been very hard for me to find classes like that around here. But hopefully when he gets into agility classes, he'll learn how to kind of move his body with his weight. He's a little clumsy right now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Oh, Jack pooping in the background. So yeah, so he puked in his kennel, right? And I thought, like, it was his dinner. So I'm just like, you know, if you want to eat it, you know, go ahead. But he was like licking at it, but not really eating his puke like dogs usually do. And so, so basically, sorry, just watching her. So basically, yeah, Jack likes to run as well. Now she's starting her zoomies. Hey! Sorry, just watch my little Chihuahua. Since Pickles wanted to be out here today, or for whatever reason right now. Anyway, so yeah, so he puked. Let me finish the story. So he puked in his kennel and he was looking at it. I was waiting for him to eat it, so I left it in there with him. And I just came inside with Jack when I noticed. And I noticed that Paco, who was waiting in the kitchen for me, he plus Jack, who was, I just brought from inside. We walked into the living room, and Kratos looked at Jack and Paco and just barked at them, really loud barking and growling or whatever. And he was in his kennel, right? So I was confused at first until I saw that he puked. But yeah, so he will protect his food, and like both Jack and Paco know not to bother, well, Paco of course, but Jack also knows not to really, not to bother with him. She's not trying to challenge him for his food or anything like that. So, like, she will be handed lessons out. We just gotta wait for my dogs to mature. Long story short, I've been saying that. That's basically the summary of this whole video, and I've been just repeating it in multiple different ways this entire video. Anyway, this Jack has a little bit of diarrhea, which I figured she would, so that I don't do raw as often as I probably should. But I gave her that Cornish hen today, and so that was a lot of raw, and that was her only meal that she had today. So a bit of diarrhea is to be expected. I'm just watching her to make sure she doesn't have any obstructions, because I always worry about with like when they eat stuff like raw fish, or I guess like the Cornish hen, because the Cornish hen is like, it's not the size of chicken, right? It's smaller, so it has smaller bones. So I'm a little worried about it a little bit, so I'm just watching to make sure it doesn't seem like she's struggling or anything, but it seems like regular diarrhea, and she's moving fine afterwards. So anyway, you guys, look at Paco realizing his mistake and like, okay, let me in the house. It's at the house. The dogs are too crazy. But yeah, I wanted to give it to her this morning as like a breakfast, like, I guess a birthday breakfast. There we go. Instead of like a dinner, simply because like if it hit her stomach wrong, I wanted her to be able to use the bathroom as much as possible during the day and not have to hold it until I wake up in the morning. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, y'all, so it's getting a bit dark, so I think I'm gonna put the other dogs in. Probably get Samara out here so she can use the bathroom, and then do some laser pointer stuff with Jack. Well, it's getting. Let's see if I can show you guys. Well, this is a good time to see if I can actually see it at all. Kind of. Yeah, I think that's actually good enough, to be honest. It doesn't come up well in the video, but because if it's not charged all the way, the further it's out it is, the less like they can see it, or less it can be seen. But it seems like it's a pretty good charge so far, or for right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna swap them out, or not swap them out, but put my two boys up. Possibly put Jack up as well. Just put her in the kennel in the playroom so that she can wait while I take some Mars out, and I can get her back out. But yeah, so we'll probably do. What time is it? Yeah, so we'll probably do now, yeah, I think I'll probably do it immediately after this, or I might wait to do it tomorrow because it's kind of dinner time. I kind of waited late to do their playtime. If I did their playtime earlier, then she would be rested enough to do it this evening. But it's already 7 o'clock. It's definitely time for them to eat again. And by the time they finish eating, it's going to be dark. Not necessarily by the time they finish eating, but they need time to digest and everything. Well, I mean, not really with Jack. It's more of a, like, bloat is more of a thing within large dogs, but I still just for consistency, I just do all my dogs the same, where we have a little bit of a break time after meals. Yeah, we might have to do this tomorrow, but it's fine. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining. I was going to attach another video to the end of this video, but this video is just way long. So, yeah, this is it for now, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.